Welcome to an early start at Treasure Trove. I'm the skipper with host and buddy Dale from Coin World UK. Welcome aboard.
Hey everyone. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put Actually, it's just starting now. Actually, on my stream. So I will just put a post out so people will know we started already.
Yeah, I couldn't turn down the invite. My buddy Andrew has invited me out to a tournament tonight. The invite. Buddy.
So, was it a poker tournament or something?
It is a poker tournament. It's Texas Hold'em. The old skipper has been playing cards for 50 years, but since the pandemic, I've only gotten out to a couple of tournament games, and it's not very. I mean, it's gone up. I mean, used to cost me $20 to go in, and I'd spend the whole night there. Now it's $90.
Jeez.
Yeah, big difference. So instead of going every week now, I go once a month, and I haven't gone in quite a while actually. So it's fun. It's a night out with the guys, and
yeah,
it doesn't cost me a lot. I mean, I've taken my wife out for an evening, and it cost me $200-300. Now it's expensive to go out. So something like this for $90, okay, I gotta say, all right, once a month, I can do that.
I just think it's ridiculous how you can now spend what used to be, time away from the reality, of working and stress, is more stress going out because you're thinking, oh, what is the bill going to be? It shouldn't be like
that. In my lifetime, to see how much it's changed, I used to be able to hop on the bus for 10 cents, go to the local theater. Yeah. 25 cents got me in. Another 10 cents got me a container of popcorn and a pop. And so for under $1, I could go out and have a really nice time out. Now it costs you $25 just to get in the theater.
Yeah.
Then you buy your food. I've sat there with Tracy and so it cost me $50 to go for the entry to the theater, and then it cost me anywhere between $50 and $100 for the food.
Just to watch the film.
Just to watch a movie.
We have Lashus.
Oh, Lash's Journey. Awesome channel. Absolutely Journey. Awesome channel. She really does a lot of the gardening and stuff. It's very cool.
Mayor's videos. Marlin, great to see you, my friend. Ahoy!
He's probably wondering, what the heck are you doing out so early? Because I'm going out to play tonight.
We was actually watching some stuff, weren't we, yesterday? Where Steve was here yesterday, and we was watching some old candy and sweets and toys and electronics and whatever, and advertisements just on YouTube, just to like pass the evening away, because Lauren just come back from holiday, and it was like the candy. It was like the other day, Lauren bought, before Lauren went away, about 2 weeks ago, she bought a chocolate dip, yeah, and it was, I would say, around about, I don't know, say like a pack of cards, yeah, deep. I said, when you picked them up, I goes, they used to be like this, proper breadsticks. Yeah. And with thick chocolate in. And they would cost around about 5-6p, whatever, And she put, she had one. And I thought, wonder if there's a place you can see them. And we didn't even think about this until we started watching this nostalgia stuff. And like, we was watching like Playgrounds and whatever. I said, and it popped up, didn't it, Lauren? It's like, see, it was like thick, like 12 big thick sticks of all this chocolate on, you dipped it in. Now it's like skinny little whatever it is, they snap on impact. You know what I mean?
Snap on impact.
It was just touches up. It's like, what is the point? But yeah, we used to get 50p pocket money a week if we did our chores, right? And we used to walk into town, and depending on what the week was, there'd be a group of us, and we're like, it was 5p to go into the swimming baths all day. And then we used to get out of there, obviously, about 4 or 5 hours. And then we get a cup of cocoa, which was like 2.5p. And then we would go to what we used to call the Central Fish Bar. And we used to get like 2 large bag of scrumps. And that was like fish batter. You know, they used to do it. And now you can't, they don't say that anymore. And that big bag of that, 2 bags that would easily go around about 10 people for 2.5p. But we was encouraged to put money in the bank as well, like 25p in the bank. And then the shops were shut on Sunday, so we had to make sure we had to budget our 25p for the next day. And again, all the shops were shut on Wednesday afternoon, and so we had to budget our money, and it was like, whoa! I mean, curly whirlies were like, you asked Tracy, they were like 12 inches long, as wide as you like, and now they're skinny.
Curly whirlies, were those the flat toffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were multicolored?
No, they're just chocolate.
Okay, I've had them where they're multicolored. They were really good.
No, I don't know about that one, but it's just long in a white packet, and it had 3p on it. As I remember, when they come out, it was 3p. But it was saw some yesterday at 3p. Whoa! Jack Gorman, we have BC Treasure Trails.
What greeting do you never use at the airport with Jack Gallman? Hi, Jack.
Hi, Jack. Christopher Ty. But yeah, it was like the toys, like the heads-up display, and you have to press the buttons, and you have the tank, or the aircraft, or the UFOs, or the racing track. And so he goes, I used to have one of them. So I had one. I had the aircraft one, or the UFO one. I think that was the white one.
There's not a lot of people that remember this, but there was a time when slot car tracks were huge.
Yeah.
And everywhere you look, you find these stores dedicated to slot car racing, and you could buy your slot cars. They weren't that big, bigger than the Tonkas, or not Tonkas, bigger than Dinky Toys or the Matchbox. And we used to have races.
Remember, when you go to bed, don't drive a lorry while you're in bed.
Is that Lauren going to bed?
Lauren's going to bed. Lauren's going to bed.
Good night, farewell, Levinas, and to you. Good night, Lauren. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, sweetheart.
So, as you know, I've destroyed my room down here. I'm not going to show it. It's horrible. But I found some treasures.
Oh, and I'll show them the fudge as well. Sorry, Skipper. Sorry, I was just talking to Lauren. Sorry, say that again.
I said, as you know, I've destroyed my room down here.
Yeah, you have.
But in the confusion, I discovered treasures.
Oh, cool.
And I'm going to share some of them.
Let's have a look.
You know, I collect scouting items.
Yeah. Both of them. No, not the boobies. The The fudge. Redbird Farm. Do, 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 do. I love you. Okay. Sweet dreams, sweetheart. If I'm up because I don't think I think about over an hour, so
Okay.
I'll come up with those in a bit. All right.
All right then.
Good night. Good night, Finny. Can you hear the dog? He's waiting for his mummy to go to bed.
Now this isn't exactly a scouting book, but it's one of these ones that I couldn't help but add to my collection, and it's called A General Sketch of the European War, and it was published in 1916.
Wow.
And it's
You know what?
quite the.
Did you say 1916?
1916. The book was published while the war was going on.
Wow, man.
And I thought that
For
was
some
kind of.
reason, I thought you said 1816. I thought I got a coin the other day at 1816. 1916. Oh, wow. 111 years ago. 111 years. 106 years ago.
Yeah. This book was published in 1900, 7 years before the founding of the Boy Scouts. And it's about Baden Powell, the hero of Mafeking. So it's actually a lovely edition done in 1900. And that's
amazing.
I see these are books I haven't seen in ages. They've been buried. Jason sent me a 1962 copy of the Scoutmaster's Handbook from the United States. And it's very interesting because what I like about it, it cost $1.25 in 1962. And it's got little notes in here from the Scoutmaster, including I now know his name.
It's probably worth about 30 quid now.
And it was Troop 41 BSA, North Tewksbury, Massachusetts. Very, very cool. We'll talk about having traveled a long ways to end up in Alberta.
Certainly got some air miles to that one
then. This one, I haven't yet to find a date on it, but it was done in Glasgow, so it's a British one. It's Gateway to All the Scout Tests, Tenderfoot, Second Class, First Class. I found this buried.
Now that's pretty cool.
Which is very nice. That's got to be. Oh, wait a minute. I see a date. April 1962. And
my brother was born on the 2nd of April 1962.
Oh, that's cool.
So he's 10 years older than me. So yeah, that is coming up to 61 years old next year.
This is a reprint done in 1991 of the original book called Rovering to Success. It was done in Australia, so it's no longer in print in anywhere else in the Commonwealth. And I managed to get a hold of a copy of it. That's for rover scouting. That's for adults. This is adult scouting, and that's cool. So those were my finds. Sorting out my bookcases and all my other things. And my room has changed because now I'm going to make it so it's got an open concept.
Now I know why you never finished. Because you found them and started going through them. Time ticked by.
It ticked by all right. But I mean, I felt really bad, Tracy, going into shock when she saw the mess.
Oh, shock. Oh, hell, Dale. It was more than that.
Hey.
I actually got a panic attack. He is such an idiot. Oh, brother. Oh, now.
No.
Oh, Tracy. Did Skipper show you some pictures?
Yes.
What do you think?
I love it. Thank you, Dale.
You're welcome.
I love
You're
it.
welcome.
Thank you
I'll
for
be posted up tomorrow.
that.
That'll be all done for tomorrow, so I have plenty of time to get it and all sorted out and everything.
Please, yes.
I didn't know how the
And as
obviously
for your brother, he's an idiot.
engraving.
Did I happen to mention that? How much of an idiot he is?
Yeah, he got reading.
She's going on the naughty list.
Oh, I don't give a damn. You're on the naughty list, Santa. How does that work? Santa on the naughty
I'm
list.
working on it.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
why
working.
Santa doesn't get
It
any
was
presents.
like this for a friggin' year. Please tell him to get it done, Dale.
I promise I will. I promise.
Thank you.
And I'll make sure I bounce a coin off the bedding and all that. So if it doesn't bounce, he hasn't done it right.
You told him that, didn't you? Yes, you did.
No, he was in cadets. He knows how to do that.
Just tell him off, Dale.
Yeah, I know how to make a bed pack.
Tell your bro.
I will, I promise.
Yeah,
or should I say yes, Mom?
I've abused Rebecca. There's a lot going on here. A lot of talk about a coin that who found
Rebecca.
That? I have to go back. Oh, I forgot that the year, but a friend found a quarter that had the face side but no back side. Do you think it's worth much? A face side but no back side.
I think that probably worth something.
It could, depending. We'd have to see it.
Yeah,
it could be a magic coin that lost the insert, or it could be one that it wasn't struck properly and it's got a blank face, which is kind of odd. I don't know.
It could be something that's been
flicked off
down to make it.
Yeah, wore down to nothing.
Yeah.
I've seen that lots of times where a coin will because of its the one side's exposed, it just completely disappears.
Because it could be what they call a metal detector find, where the ground preserves the one side and just comes distorted on the side that is exposed to the elements.
True.
But,
you have a great day too, BC. Someone's got to go back to work.
717 detectors in the house.
So if anybody's confused, me being on a little bit early today, it's because I've been invited out to a poker tournament, and the old skipper hasn't been to one in a while. So I'm going to go, and it's not expensive when it's, a local casino, and I'll go play some Texas Hold'em. And Oh, and I went through Costco today.
Oh yeah.
And as
Yeah.
I'm walking down, a teenage boy, he's probably about 16 or 17, walks by me, puts a grin on his face a mile wide, and goes, "Hey Santa, where's Mrs. Claus?" I go, "She's in the aisle over there." It's getting there.
I never seen Santa getting beaten up before. Especially with his ass. I'm so sorry. Oh man.
Oh,
You know I'm going to clip that, right, and say this is bloopers.
yeah, no kidding.
Oh man.
Oh, and what's another faux pas I did today? When I moved everything around, I pulled all the cords out from my television downstairs that had all the internet connections. I thought I put them all back in right. Tracy's lost all her shows. I was recording all those. I put the wires back in the holes I thought were right.
You've not had a good day today, really, have you, Skipper?
No, well, actually, yeah, I've had a really good day. I've had a pretty good day today. I've had a pretty good
day. About 40 seconds ago.
I donated about 200 pounds worth of dog food to the Veterans Food Bank.
Oh, that's cool.
It goes for the service dogs.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I did that today. And I'm basically sitting back going, what kind of mischief can I get into now? I don't know. I did see the new obverse for the British coins now that yep, he's just as handsome as I thought he would be.
Do you know what? It's pretty good actually, because I'm glad. I was hoping they would do the old florin style, because that's my favourite design, with the shield, like the cross section.
Mm-hmm.
With the England, Northern Ireland, and Scotland, and I really glad they brought that back, because that's a style I really, really enjoy. And I reckon it looked pretty good myself. I like the £5 token coin that's come out. Obviously, it's not going to be a coin that you can. It's not legal tender coin. Mm-hmm. It's got Charles, and it's got the Queen, young and old, and I think that is going to be amazing, because that's mother, not just the monarchs, it's mother and son.
Now that's again another commemorative of sorts. It's not a circulation coin. Is it being done in silver?
Yeah, they're going to be all done in. They do all the coins in silver and gold.
Good.
So.
Good. I don't like buying even if they're commemoratives. I don't like them in clad. I think commemoratives should be in silver or gold.
Yeah, I do agree with you there, but I think for people who can't afford that, I think that because they're just as precious anyway. If you look at it,
don't get me wrong. I'm not like that's a generalization when I say commemoratives, because it's wide. When it comes to the royal family, that's where I want to see silver.
Okay.
We get lots of commemoratives here in our Canadian coins, and they're quite valuable, even though they're clad. But when it comes to mint coins, that might have a theme. Then I like them being at least silver.
Yeah, they do it all. They do it, even the old coins, like the Kew Gardens and all. You're all done in gold and silver, or every coin. Another set of release for the Royal Mint. I was 66,000 in the queue to get the on-site at one point.
66,000. Holy crap! No, that's dedication.
I reckon they look pretty good actually. I thought it was going to be a bit more crazy looking, if that makes sense, because actually it's not a bad effigy, to be honest. I reckon it's a pretty good effigy.
I thought his ears would stick out more. They're still pretty big, but
the thing is, though, he doesn't look like his grandfather, though.
No. You think he looks like his grandfather?
I do, yeah. I reckon he looks like George V.
Well, maybe a little.
Obviously, he's going to be older. Obviously, don't forget, George V died when he was only, what, 50-something? 54?
True.
EAC! Put a bit in, and the second says, hello, everyone! Rock Butcher! Thanks for the subs, BC and Bait the Hook. Great to see Bait the Hook. And appreciate it. Check out my lettuces, or I try and make smoked brisket, yummy, on a kettle for the first time. Turned out awesome. Taffy coins. Yeah, I've been trying to look for a stamp today. Couldn't find it anywhere.
All you got to do is stand up and put your foot down hard on the ground. You got to stamp.
But the thing is, I realised that I don't have any world stamp books. I've only got British ones, so that doesn't help me at all. I was hoping to find something a bit more closer to it, but.
Bait the Hook, Coin Junkie AG. Nice to see these folks in. I've got the link in there if anybody wants to come up and chit chat with us. We've
and don't forget, I'll be doing the Pay It Forward. Freaking awesome! How's it going, my friend? Has anybody seen Mr. Marmello around? Because I have his silver to send out, and obviously that was a month ago, and I've even wrote to him and he hasn't answered. I haven't seen him anywhere. So if anybody sees Mr. Marmello around, I need his address. Tell him, can you email CoinWard UK, and my email address is in my about page.
Oh, and I did get Ogre Coin's address, so that I can get his prize out.
Yeah, I need him to email me for his address as well.
Oh, Taffy. All right. Dale, Taffy says he hasn't got any contact to send his donation.
Well, you're going to have to contact the winner.
Right. And which was it? Taffy was in the last one?
Yeah, Taffy was in. I've got the book here. I don't give out information. This is one thing anybody who plays it has to understand. I just take down the details of what people's donating. I don't give out personal information to anybody. Yeah. So there's no point emailing me for somebody else's address.
Yeah, it's Ogre Coins was the last one, right?
Yeah, Ogre Coins won the last one. And so if he's in tonight, he'll put his email address in, and that way you can contact him directly, and that way you know you're going to get the correct person, because obviously there's a lot of people out there that pretend to be somebody and they're not. Just be careful. If you contact that person directly, then another thing that should be done as well, just to help me out a little bit, remember who, if you can write down also who has won each week or whatever, so you can keep track yourself. Obviously I keep track every week.
Yeah, kiddo, mine's Ogre Coins.
I don't know what that's going off anyway, but anyway, yeah, that's just yeah. I don't keep people's emails addresses or anything like that. So it's, if you want to, no way looking back is last Thursday's stream. And
right. Bait hook, freaking hey, good night.
Yeah, we must put that into the treasure trove. That we obviously don't give out personal information, just in case I get it wrong or I write it in wrong and it goes off to someone else's address and they haven't got it. It's the winner's responsibility to claim your treasure. Charles, the best of them, will be interesting to see what they do. Yeah, I think the pattern's going to be the same. It's just going to be a different effigy on there. That's all. I don't think they'll bring out a completely brand new bill, because obviously, especially the polymer, they've made so many. But they will coexist for a long time anyway. I think they're going to coexist for a good 3 years before all the Queen Elizabeth coins and banknotes go, put back into the bank, and it start seeing. That's when the collection really hits its height. Is when a new king or queen comes in, and when they start getting less and less, and people want to get into collections, that is when people will start really hitting its height. That's when premiums will be going up, skyrocketing. Probably what would be a common coin. What's a common coin, Taffy? Benjamin Bunny coin? Common coin? What's that worth? About £1? If it's a half decent coin, say £1, that's going to go up to about £3 or £4 easily. Once figures start dwindling down, that's when it really hits height. Kew Gardens will quadruple in price.
Okay, I will tell you some Canadian trivia on numismatics and on our coinage. Canada's getting a brand new toonie. It's commemorating a historic hockey moment. And no, there will be no King Charles III's face on it, but Queen Elizabeth's will. The Royal Canadian Mint announced on September 28th that the new $2 coin will be launched and later circulated across Canada to celebrate Team Canada's triumph over Team USSR in the 1972 Summit Series.
I was going to say that as well.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. I actually watched that live. Yeah, 72 inspired a generation of Canadians. It was pretty fantastic. The new circulation coin may be a small token, but let's hope that 50 years later that it might help to inspire others.
And more? Is there more?
I'm just checking to see if I can get a picture of it now. Can I get a picture of it? Oh, really? Well. Hello there. It'll be the same as before. You'll have a colorized and non-colorized version.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
That's going to be what 2 million for the colorized and $1 million for the.
Actually, it's 2 million colorized and 1 million for the non-colorized, which makes them more valuable.
So they're going to be a $10 coin straight off, $10-$20 coin instantly.
Yeah. Well, thing is, when they first come out, they'll come out in the rolls. And of course, old Skipper will end up with a roll of each, and they double the price. The premiums are huge.
That's what I mean. They with the set you had last time, when you managed to get your bill, is what you gave back. So you get a couple of sets that you maybe I'd look for another. When you go to another coin show again, you got a bit of collateral.
Yeah, well, that's basically it.
Because you got a set to keep and a set to barter with, I guess. I had a chance to work with lots of Russians since then. I'd read about playing.
Come here. Come see me.
I think that's probably the biggest rivalry is Russia with hockey and Canada when it comes to ice hockey, because they're both really, really good teams. I say top in their sports from one continent to another.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a lot of competition for a while.
Neil's got something going on his channel, guys. You should get into. Check out Neil's video with his top 20. Neil, and I'm not sure if Zoe said this to you. When you said you like Rainbow, you was actually referring to Play School. Play School had Big Ted, Little Ted, and Jemima with the square window, round window, and the arch window. And Rainbow was Rod, Jane, and Freddie, Bungle, Jeffrey, George, and Zippy. So he liked to put the top 20 of his things of his TV shows. He put 2 in 1. So technically, you had 21. I'm going to do you a list, but please go to check out Neil's channel, and he's got a top 20 at the moment for music, and he's got a top 20 for TV programs. And so put in some like cartoons or whatever, whatever nostalgia you're growing up with, or even today's programs. But I'm doing my list. I know Zoe's done a list, but I said to her, I don't want to hear your list. I want to hear it on Neil's videos. So Jimmy. Have a guess. I've already ate one thing anyway because I just love it so much. My friend used to live in Weymouth. Now that is down in Hampshire, South England.
Right.
And well, he went there. He lived there for 12 years, and well, he went down there to go and have a look round and see whatever. And he brought me back some rock. Rock, Weymouth rock.
That's huge. Looks more like a rock, nothing. It looks more like a core sample.
Yeah. And Lauren came back from Torquay, painting. And again, there's one thing here they don't do, and they'd never put the Golden Hind on the postcard. You always get a post when you go to Devon. When you buy a box of fudge, you traditionally get a postcard with it. So this is clotted cream fudge.
Oh dear.
And so yeah, this is the real stuff, man. Can't wait to get into that.
I don't think Francis Drake was the first one with the Golden Hind. I actually think it was King Midas. He had a Golden Hind.
It's because every time he touched them, he turned. Can you remember wiping his butt? Phil Guy. Check out Phil Guy's channel. I caught up a lot of people's videos because obviously I've been in a lot of pain. My foot is just killing me, man. It's affecting my whole side. I'm catching up with lots of people's content. And Phil Guy, man, I caught up with all yours. Whew, you've done loads. I caught up with Austrian Stackers, EACs. I love that watch. That watch is absolutely amazing. But there's been a lot of people I've caught up with. I think Jason's, I got a couple to catch up with Jason's. Coin Junkies, Irish Collector. I'll be watching them tomorrow. Apologizes for not commenting. I just can't sit and write out and sit down for long periods of time. So before I go on strong, I'll take a lot, gabapentin. Skipper's favourite word, gabapentin. So that's why I can sit here for a while.
Gee, I should attach that there. That would look cool. Eh?
Then you look like a bus driver.
I was a bus driver.
Yeah, but you never drove in Britain.
You wouldn't catch me driving in Britain. They were all insane over there.
Not that bad.
You know, when you drive 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, and then you go to Great Britain and discover that you don't know how to drive because you would die over there. They did some stuff. I just cannot believe it. I'll never get over it. I'm no wonder I retired from driving.
Watching too many UK videos.
Oh my goodness. Your narrow road is scary.
We got a little is it a town now or is it still a village? I would say village, Purton. And it's called the Blind Driveway. Yeah. And it's a road, and the cemetery, people are buried, but they're actually buried. It's like a stone wall, right? And you drive around. It's only one lane, but you don't know whether a car's coming one way or you're going the other way, or a bus is coming one way and you're coming that way. Now, it's a single track lane, and it does this. It goes like that. Imagine a U-turn if you've got a U shape. So it looks like that. Yeah. And that is, this bit here is a cemetery. You've got the church here. You've got the entrance to the church. But then you've got this really thin lane like that, goes around like that. Yeah. So that's the in way. That's also the in way and out way. Okay. And so it's stone wall. There's no bushes. It's completely stone walls. And it's sharp. Yeah. And so on your left is a stone wall. On your right is a stone wall, but a cemetery. Actually, when we go out there again, I'll video it. You can get a proper perspective. And no, you don't know whether a bus is coming around there, a lorry, or a car or a bike, because there's no mirrors. So dare as you wish, but on that road is two little cottages, and they open up onto the road. So they just hope and pray that somebody's not right there to knock their door off.
No, I think the one place that shocked me the most was the entry to the Bisley Ranges. And that thing was so low, buses couldn't get through it. It was scary stuff. The roads were so narrow. We actually had to park in such a way where you couldn't get off there was no sidewalk to speak of. He parked against the side of the buildings, and they had the buses were cool there because they had a side door on the street side. So right. you would open up the bus door and essentially walk out into the lane of traffic flowing, and hopefully nobody was there. Scary stuff, man.
We got in Swindon, we got the most hit bridge in Europe. White Mojo Wolf's in the house. He was relaxing the other day. And there's a video on YouTube. And so what they done to mark the bridge, like lorries drive into it, buses drive into it, if you're outside of Swindon, or coaches drive into it. And I'll try and find you the video and play it, because it's only a short video.
I think that bridge, the houses that were built adjacent to a bridge, this was in Salisbury.
Yeah.
And there was no sidewalk. The people stepped out the door and they were in the street. That totally floors me.
Yeah, that's like here. Well, you see that road we got, steep hill. It's called King's Hill.
Yeah. I was sitting in your car when you were going to that restaurant. That was scary.
There we go. Actually, I'll show you the thumbnail of it.
Well, I'm going to make it big because I can't really see that.
Yeah, Ambient Girls has popped up too.
Yeah.
They drove. That's a purpose driven bus. Let's just play it. Let's get it big. This is a 1996. Oh.
Whoa.
And that's what happens because there's no warning signs or anything. And that is on Commercial Road, that is.
Well,
Not
that guy's not going to have a
Street.
job.
That's Corporation Street. Now, it was done on purpose, but...
Oh, it was done on purpose.
Yeah, that was done on purpose, yeah. To show people that there's a bridge around here that is dangerous. It's still there today. It's just painted yellow now. I actually was there, watched that. But yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that just floors me. Holy cow.
Yeah, that is just down the road from here. If we just took a right out of our main road and then took the first left next to the army base and go all the way down, that's where that bridge is.
Field guy, I've actually watched that grave sites with Steve all the time.
Yeah, I like Oliver Graveyard.
Yeah, he just did a really good one on all the presidents of the United States.
Oh yeah.
And it was some of them were like they might as well be building the bloody pyramids. They're such huge, ornate structures. Yeah, and other ones are literally forgotten and stuck behind buildings.
I like Reagan's one with the museum as well.
Oh yeah. Well, it's interesting how they get the presidential libraries and stuff. Every president, eh?
It's amazing because they've even got Air Force One in there, the 707, and actually just for I think it was, not sure if it is Nancy or, hang on a minute, who painted the colours where Air Force One as you know it today?
Who painted the colors?
Yeah, who designed the colours? Air Force One. It used to be red, didn't it? Now it's blue, silver, and white. I think it is.
I'm going to guess it was Ronald Reagan.
It was Nancy Reagan.
In other words, it was Ronald Reagan. Nancy
Reagan,
and he was suffering from Alzheimer's.
I remember visiting really 10-20 heat. Wow, that's pretty interesting. I painted it says unlocked. Boot up have to check out some buildings I'm going to. Do you know what? Yeah, these libraries are actually really, really interesting. I think it was
Thanks, Belt Loop.
I think it was Nancy, but it could have been Jackie Kennedy. I'm pretty sure it might have been Nancy because I remember the 707 being in the hangar where it's still looking out like it's going to fly off. Because like a glass building, you can actually walk through the plane and out again.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure it was Nancy Reagan who wanted the colours to be red and blue, blue and white. Sorry, rather than the red. I'm 90% sure it was Nancy Reagan. And that's so you got the colour scheme today.
Mm-hmm.
Air Force One was over. Yep, Air Force One was over here the other week, down Fairford. It's been here a few times now.
Well, if you had a choice between flying in Air Force One and going for a ride on the Royal Yacht Britannia, which one would you do?
I'd have to be Air Force One. Sorry, Queenie. Britannia would be amazing because obviously historic value. But as I love aviation. It has to be Air Force One.
Oh, of course you do.
It's got to be, because that is like the world in the sky, isn't it? I that would be my dream. That wouldn't even be a dream. That would be like a God's gift from gods. You know what I mean? But yeah. If I had a choice, if the Titanic was still sailing today or Air Force One, it will still be Air Force One, unfortunately.
Of course.
I mean, I said to say my dream of a holiday is being up in the air for 365 days. And I goes, you can go anywhere you like, but I'll just be bouncing around from airport. I don't care how long I'm staying in the airport because I know I'll be on the plane soon. I don't care where to. And that's what I would love to do.
Mm.
I know it sounds nuts and boring, but not for me.
I've flown a lot of different aircraft, but the one aircraft I've yet to fly in, and I'm going to, but I have to get myself in some shape here.
Yeah.
Wetaskiwin at the museum there give biplane rides, and I want to go up in a biplane.
I love to do a Sopwith Camel. I would love to do that, but I've been in an open air glider, and that was fun. That was better than the open air, being up so high in a glider and with no cockpit is the best feeling ever.
I did hang gliding across the valley of Jezreel from Nazareth to Megiddo in Israel. We flew tandem on this bloody glider. And
wow.
And that the historical significance of it is the valley of Jezreel and Megiddo is where Armageddon is supposed to happen.
Okay. Oh, it was the Kennedy administration who does it. I thought it might have been Jackie. I think it was Jackie.
Well, she was big on redecorating everything anyway.
But if I had a choice between the Hindenburg and Air Force One, and they were both flying today, it would be the Hindenburg. Just for the sheer size of it. And as long as
I wouldn't mind trying the Hindenburg as long as they double check to make sure all the patches were in place.
Yeah. She got all these plasters on everywhere.
and use something other
Band-Aid.
than hydrogen.
Yeah, it have to be helium. It have to be like the helium balloons, like the Americans have. But yeah, it's definitely. I mean, historically, if nothing happened and everything was safe, it'll have to be the Hindenburg, just for historic reasons. But I mean, who wouldn't go on Air Force One just for the experience? Who wouldn't? You know what I mean? The real hit, not an imitation one, actual. I've been on the Nimrod, never flown in it, but I've been on the Nimrod. I've seen Snoopy up close and personal. If you don't know what Snoopy is,
The Sopwith Camel.
no, Snoopy is a Hercules.
Oh well, I thought Snoopy flew the Sopwith Camel. I know what a Hercules is. I've flown in them enough times. The C-130s.
Yeah, but have you seen Snoopy though?
Well, which one is Snoopy? Oh no, I never flown in that one. No wonder you call it Snoopy.
That's the weather tester.
Oh no. I had the rare privilege of flying a C-130 across the Swiss Alps.
Oh, lucky! That's awesome.
And I'll tell you, it was cool because you look out. First off, of course, you know how noisy they are, but looking out the window through the straps,
yeah,
and I could see the shadow of planes flying back and forth on the snow on the mountains. It was very cool.
Hey, cartoons, isn't it? Reasons why my grandparents did go to Hawaii, they both wanted to go. One was afraid of flying, the other one was afraid of boats. Do you know, that's like my sister and her husband. My sister and her husband exactly the same. They wouldn't. One don't like the sea. One doesn't like the air. They've been to Norway, and they went on a boat. They didn't go flying in the end. They wanted to book plane tickets. They went by boat. It took 2 days.
That's an easy solve, though. All you got to do is reverse positions. The one that's afraid to fly, go on the boat, and the other one that's afraid of boat, go on the plane.
Exactly. But one won't go without the other. They're like tied at the hip. Me, I would fly anywhere. You tell me if they said to me, "There is a plane over there. Get in it, go and do whatever." I'll be gone. No questions. Yeah, no questions asked. They said it's got no wing. I said, I don't care. I get up in a plane. But my favourite plane actually that I ever went into was the Chipmunk, because they did all the aerobatics.
Nope, my favorite was definitely Huey. We were put in the side doors. They were all open. Nothing but the seat belt holding us in place.
Well, luck.
And yeah, so it was wide open, and he did a combat run for us. So with the combat run, the guy would be right along surface level.
Yeah.
And you remember the doors are open, so you're getting all
like that.
And then he went straight up like this, and then banked like this, and straight down. It was better than any carnival ride I've ever been on. What a rush. Heck, my hair just stood on end just thinking about it. It was a blast.
One helicopter I didn't like going in was the Lynx. Didn't like that. The Gazelle was great. The Western Wessex was great. The Sea King was great. But the Lynx, for some reason, it was just shaky. It was like that, and you couldn't talk. You know, you obviously got your headphones in to hear, right? And so, but you like that's all you did, and that's made it really uncomfortable. The helicopter's a fantastic helicopter, but the Gazelle is really noisy. But at least you can hear each other.
Yeah. And
your chin didn't like it was on vibrate all the time. I don't know about the Huey. I'm pretty sure they're pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, they were. They were.
But the Lynx, for some reason, was it's like you're cold. Do you know what I mean? That's all you had, and that made it uncomfortable. The aircraft itself is fine. It's just
I did so much work around, especially the Chinooks.
Oh yeah, I never went into a Chinook.
Oh, I did the slung load course, so I got to set it all up where you're on top of the cab, and the Chinook comes right over top of you, and you actually hook it on and jump down, and it takes the truck away. That was a rush, having a helicopter hovering right over your head.
It will be. And they got the crew sticking out to make sure you got it hooked on properly.
Yeah, it was very cool, very cool.
Because and he has to have a bit of a drown draft. That's it. You squashed.
Not as bad as you might think. I got they used to get the worst thing I ever did with a Chinook was when we disembarked off the ramp. It was lowered so it was flat and it was hovering 4 feet off the ground, but it was winter. So we had all our kit and we had to jump off the ramp while this thing's hovering into the snowdrifts. Those snowdrifts were freaking 8 feet deep. You hit that snowdrift and you disappeared with 80 pounds of kit trying to dig yourself out of the damn hole, and hopefully nobody jumped on your head.
So where did Colin go?
Yeah, I bet you it took an hour to get out of the hole that I ended up in.
I mean, you had to make a ramp, didn't you, to get yourself out? That's one way of doing it. Is like if you fall into a snow thing, snowdrift, you dig out a ramp. So that's where people go wrong. With say you're in soft mud and you're stuck, you dig yourself out a ramp, so then you lay flat, and then so it slows your sinking position.
Yeah. Dimebag, I'm not sure what he's trying to ask you there, Dale.
Dale, please reply. Nothing yet from me. No, nothing yet, my friend. I haven't got. I had Ryan done his video on Saturday. I've been wanting to do that for like almost a week, but no, nothing yet from you, sir. Nothing from K Titus. Said he sent his a month ago.
Wait till you see how long it's going to take for my package to get to you. It's going by container.
Wow. My uncle, United States, was a flight mechanic in United States Air Force, but in Korea. The pilot will let him fly the plane in the early mid-90s. Oh, wow. US geologists, there are no strangers to hovering exits over either skipper. Black spruce swamps are the worst because you see moss is that 2 inches below you, but don't know how far you're going to sink. Kite Universe.
Oh, there's an exciting thing. Black spruce swamps. Boy, that sounds like something I'll never volunteer to do.
No, you don't know what you're going to get in swamps. You don't know if you're going to get a hard surface or, as you say, it could be a shallow, blinking sinkhole.
After my episode in the U.S. Ranger School in Fort Benning, they put us out in the bloody swamp, and I saw critters out there I never want to see again. Man, oh man, oh man.
I mean, we've had a postage strike, so I don't know if that's going to affect anything. I'm not sure if there's a tracking on it or anything, but they would normally let you know if there's a tracking on it. So I don't know. I don't know if I've got a picture of me actually. I miss all the GDT and all that, and getting dirty, getting filthy.
Yeah. Yeah, those were
I
the.
wish I went in. I wish I just wasn't unwell and gone in.
Tell you what, next time we go through this life bit, when we come back, we'll do something more exciting.
It's always exciting. John Chum's Adventures. Yeah, I didn't show you. I can't find what I was going to show you.
Everybody in chat, while we're
I can't find.
doing jibber jabber right here, let's if you're interested in the pay it forward wheel for today, put a 1 in and what you're donating, and Dale will jot it down for this month's.
Yeah, it's a new month. It's a new month.
New month.
So please put a 1 in the chat if you want to donate a coin card, a trading card. You know, as long as it's collectible, so someone can be proud of it. And we're doing 2 entries.
I'll let you explain that one, because
Well, it's like 1 entry, but if it's more than 3 people, we're going to do 2 entries.
So we're gonna do an extra spin.
Yeah.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
So
7, 8, 9, 10.
this month you got twice as many chances each time we come up.
So because people want to donate 2 things to a game, if you want to donate 2 things, so your name will go on twice, and whatever you go on whatever you donate. So if you donated a coin and a stamp wins, the stamp goes on. But if both of yours have come up, then that's 2 entries that you got onto the end of the wheel.
EAC's put in a Timex watch.
A Timex watch?
Yes, interesting.
Do you know what is always accurate? My wristwatch. It's called Accurist. What's that?
The iPhone
Sundial.
watch this sport, whatever this thing's called.
It's called a sundial.
It's the one that keeps telling me to breathe, tells me to walk, stand up. It's a bloody nuisance.
It's called a wife.
You know what? I never did check the back of it to see if her name's transcribed under there.
That's why her name's called Tracy, because it keeps traces on me.
That's why I never take her out camping with me. I like no trace camping.
Or tracing your steps. Cut Universe. He wants to donate.
We got 1 genuine, but we got 1 banana. The banana's no good. No good. It's not appealing at all.
No, it's not appealing. Do you know what happens if you get 2 banana skins, don't you? Get a pair of slippers.
That was actually not bad. I had to think about it for a bit, but oh yeah.
On tucking, Timex keeps us beating and keeps on tucking. Life alert. 1 skipper, and Dale says Cartoon Universe. A Timex watch. Didn't you do a watch last time. John Argent's in the house. Kinnamayne. Only like banana bread and dehydrated bananas. Oh, it's weird. And then there's like little packets you get, like dried banana. I don't know what you would do with them, to be honest. Banana bread. Not my favourite. I like it with hot custard. Like banana loaf, whatever.
Banana bread with, it's got to be heated with lots of butter.
That's actually quite good. I like malt loaf.
You know, I'm sick of following my dreams, man. I'm just going to ask where they're going and hook up with them later.
That's not cool. Well, the one you told me earlier, that's got to be reality. So apparently Cartoon Universe is donating us. So where are you sending us to? Remember, I want first class, not freight.
Yeah, it's really hard to donate the host in the room. Did you hear the latest? What happened at Putin's war room?
Yeah, they all walked out now.
No, all the generals were fighting with him, and he says, "Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is a war room."
They're supposed to have a fight in the war room, aren't they? Did you see what actually happened when they drafted the conscripts? When they actually got to the first part, they all just walked away and went, "We're back. We got." They just gave up and walked away and said, "We don't mind surrendering. It's one way of getting out of Russia at the moment." Rather than stuck in 50 miles of traffic, just sign up, get a uniform on, walk across to where you need to be, and just walk away. That's what he did. I think it's like 4,000 brand new conscripts gave up on the first day. Saves queuing for hours.
I see Field Guys constantly he always brings up banana. That's Field Guy's catchphrase, banana. You know, Field Guy's mother used to say, "The older you get, the better you get, unless you're a banana."
Absolutely. But yeah, did you see that? There's another video that went out. One of the conscripts there was in this like sports room of all these bunk beds, and some young lad smacked a general in the face. He wouldn't do what he was told. And he said, "No, I don't want to be here," and punched him straight in the face. But that's the best way of doing it, though, isn't it? Just sign up, just go and get mobilized, and just throw your weapon down. You're in Europe. You're now an immigrant. You can register for asylum.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be a POW. You're not fired any rounds. You just say, "Nope, I've just done this way. It's my way of getting into Europe." Nobody gets hurt. So it looks like EAC then for the moment. Then better watch out.
I discovered something, Dale. Halloween is actually the beginning of the holiday shopping season. Oh no, that's for women. The beginning of the holiday shopping season for men is Christmas Eve.
Yes. That's when we get our loved ones the worst present you can possibly think of when you've been thinking about it for the last 365 days. What they get, you end up getting her a box of chocolates.
Yeah. we have Shoppers Drug Mart here. They bring out last minute presents. You can buy them for like $5 a piece. They're all wrapped in everything. You just
Oh,
grab
cool.
one and take it.
I'm gonna get Zoe a mystery present this year because I ain't got a clue what to get her, so it's gonna be a mystery to me as well.
Yeah. No, I'm a little behind to this year. I have to admit. I usually get things well in advance, but got to the stage now where I don't know what to get anymore because she's got everything. The only thing that she probably would want was a new husband.
I don't say that. You're the best thing, man.
Oh no, she needs a reach. She needs a retread.
Well, if you're saying that about you, Zoe needs one for her then.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying anything in front of her.
But no, she I mean, because the kids are older, it was like Brandy was the youngest one. You know, you get his presents. But now he's 17. He's got everything he wants already. And so, you know, he just gets what it's just a guess.
I've mentioned to Tracy, I said, you know what, maybe get me some clothes because, you know, clothes really do make a man. And what does she say to me? She says, well, that's good because naked people have little or no influence in society.
Well, I don't know about no influence. They certainly
they're a distraction for sure.
Yeah, a distraction for the wrong reasons.
Gee, we haven't had anybody come up and visit us today.
No.
What the heck's going on here? One person for the pay it forward. Guys, join in on that pay it forward wheel.
Could be a stamp, a coin, a card, a watch, a yo-yo, anything that you find that you've got spare of, something little that's not going to be an expense to send out. And remember, it's going to be 2 people. So if we only get 2 people tonight, they go straight away automatically on the wheel.
Mm-hmm. And then you don't have to donate anything more for the rest of the month.
You don't have to donate anything else, but if you want to donate 2 things, you get us. We will. Weave's World.
Oh no, I put a link in there. I'm sure I put a link in there.
Yeah, I think it how far the chat can go up in it. So
let's see if I can fix that.
My next items will be hockey cards. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm changing the way I do my memberships as well. By the way, I've stopped the silver ones because the tax on here is just ridiculous. And Shannon got a bit worried because he thought it didn't go through, and it just did. He got refunded. So there won't be any silver this month for October. Yeah, the last one they've already been refunded anyway. But what I'm going to do for the 2 tiers is 1 package. So there'll be 1 package for the second tier, and a package for the first tier, and it's just going to be 1 winner of those packages, and they're going to be. I mean, for one, I can't remember how much. $1.99, and the other one is. I can't remember how much. Do you know what? I don't really check because I can't remember. I only look at each month, and obviously 1 package is going to be worth more than the other one. So because things are getting expensive, that's the way I'm going to have to do it. Here he is. This cartoon universe.
Hey guys.
How's it going? So you want to donate us then, do you?
Yeah. My dad's a joke, but yeah. Yeah, so how is it going? Since it's been almost a week since I talked to you last.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, it's Thursday. No, Monday, wasn't it? Wednesday. Wednesday.
Yeah. And not to mention, like, I had a bad weather storm last week, so, you know, my internet went out Wednesday.
Oh my Lord, we got Gary. Belt Loop is in the house. Yeah, we were worried about that storm. We wouldn't want that storm to have blown you away.
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, it blew part of my roof away. Yeah, it was a real bad storm, and Gary, I can't hear you that well, so.
Yeah, Gary's starting to sound like Stephen Hawking's.
Yeah.
Who's dead Aquarius?
that was hysterical.
Yeah. Yeah, so had a lot of bad weather last week. So
No kidding. I
too.
spent the last week watching houses being blown away and boats landing in yards.
Oh, the boats on top of each other, man.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, you don't know the half of it because an entire town got basically destroyed. So,
that's why I don't understand people living in hurricane-prone areas don't make houses the shape of eggs. An egg is one of the strongest containers made by nature. And if you planted that egg-shaped house in the ground and secured it and made sure it was made with materials that would be, would be able to resist flying 2x4s and cars and whatever else, you would have yourself a lovely little place year round. They would look kind of weird looking.
Yeah, probably, but I mean, devastating of just the wind itself, because you have wind going at you at 155 miles per hour. That's, a lot to deal with in my opinion, but yeah.
Oh, can you imagine hang gliding in that? You could end up flying clear across the country.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Or
probably could.
just go around in circles really fast.
Oh, that's true. You end up being blown out to sea. That would suck.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, get blown into the exact middle of the ocean would not be good. I mean, you would be on the border of the time, right? So, yeah.
It's interesting how Belt Loop asks you a question like this, DJ. He says, how is the week going? He's not asking, how are you doing? He wants to know the week. What's the week doing? Well, the week's like, we're only on Monday, so what?
Well, no, what he is estimated how fantasy football would go with.
Oh, the fantasy football. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and Gary, if my last couple players do well tonight, I will be 4-0, and I will have beat Devil Dog. So
I already
yeah.
know you're a bloody ringer. That's why I'm hesitant about even getting involved in something like that. Come on.
Yeah, I could have skipped, but I'm just hopeful that I could beat him. So yeah, well, yeah, Gary, the week's ending tonight. So yeah, I know, Gary, I know.
He just wants Devil Dog to be taken down a notch.
Well, I mean, it's the truth. Devil Dog in the last 4 weeks now have only won one game. So, yeah.
He
Oh,
claimed he's cheating.
I'm gonna
That's a little hard to claim, but okay. Uh, yeah.
Unreal.
So
right. I'm
what?
gonna show you that road I was on about. Okay, don't forget this. Don't forget the Google camera is on top of a car. Okay, so let me just get down to.
Devil Dog could use some humility.
Yeah. Well, we will see, Gary.
That road is like that.
Yeah.
So there's the graveyard here, but obviously you can't see. You can't see because the car is a lot lower. That's a wall that side,
Yeah.
and then there's a wall this side. Yeah, and it's only fit enough for one car. And as you go around there, you've got two little houses. You go around to this bit here. I think this is the way. Don't forget this. The car is the camera's on top of a car. So, and so you don't know whether a bus is going to come around here.
Uh-huh.
So what happens? You got to back up?
Yeah, but one's got to yield to the other. Normally, and there's the two houses down here, and they open straight onto the road. There's the car
Cool.
around. So he's obviously waiting there. So yeah.
Oh, forget that noise.
Yep.
So yeah, they open onto the, and that's just round here from me, and that's the entrance to the church. You can't see, you cannot physically see over that wall. I mean, it's too tall. That's actually the first time I've actually seen the actual church from the road perspective. But it's a lovely area though, Burton.
Nice.
So yeah, that is I thought, wonder if I can show you that you understand what I mean, because it goes like a U shape like that around the grave.
Actually, the ones that I really impress me are the ones that actually take the time and money out to go and actually clean these headstones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know, I was watching that though, because they were saying that the stone may be quite solid, but if you wash them and clean them and stuff like that, there's a way. It's if you don't know what you're doing, you can over time you can do more damage than good because the stones because basically stone is basically sand, and it starts crumbling. There's a way of cleaning them with like UV, and when you see people wash marble and stone, it's completely different because stone is not marble. Obviously, we know that. But when you wash stone, the letters start coming apart. They start crumbling over time.
Yeah.
Because it's basically sand, it's sand and water,
Yeah.
especially in the olden days. I mean, if you want to read a gravestone, just put a light up against it. With a shadow, you'll be able to see it a bit better.
Nice.
Shall I show people the finished product, Skipper, of your thing, or?
Sure, go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah, by all means.
There me here.
Oh, I'm glad you like my phaser. I just wish I could use it with my TV, but my TV, its technology's too old.
Cool.
This is the calm storm.
Oh, yeah. Like, just here. Look at for the shadow, but I can't find it. Dale, you're mute. Unmute your mic, Dale.
That's weird. Skipper, did you mute me again?
No, I was just learning how to read lips.
So, Birmingham Essay Office is obviously the oldest essay office in England. And now I've done this piece for Skipper. And you won't be able to see it very well, but I have taken photos. But there is, you'll be able to see it, but because it is tiny. And that has my mint mark on it, just there. And also an engraving, which is just there.
Yeah, my granddaughter's going to love that.
Cool. Down.
Do that again, didn't I?
No, but
Right. And what's so cool about this?
The house.
What's so cool about this? So that's my own personal mint mark. There is an extra attachment just here, which is the Queen's 70th Jubilee, which is no longer in circulation. Then you have the Silver Standard, and then you have 39 silver with the Anchor of Birmingham, and then that's my sponsor mark there. And that is what's written on the back.
Cool.
Let me go, so I can sit properly. Austrian Stacker. He hasn't seen this yet, has he?
Funny you mentioned that, Belt Loop. I've been thinking about doing the same thing. I've done it once before.
See, as soon as I put silver on the thing, Austrian Stacker comes in.
Paint lead? Of course you can paint lead. Back in the day, when we used to have the lead soldiers, and in fact, I have a couple. I'll show you them.
Nice.
And this weighs. I'm going to weigh it now. I'm going to take a picture of it for you.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. Yeah, I got one on my butt. It's called "Please Do Not Go There." Dump. Okay.
I guess I'm going to level. Have a good night, day, whatever time it is for
You're
you.
leaving us again. Who's leaving us?
I know he pops up just enough to give his 2 cents worth, and he bounces out and he goes elsewhere.
I know, but we want $5 worth next
Outlook,
month.
That is that's a lead soldier. And believe me, it weighs a ton. And they used to make them a lot smaller. Boy, that's heavy. Of course, I've got the musket that goes along with it too. A red coat. I also have blue coats up there too, but I put a sword in their hand.
That's the weight of it, Skip.
1.54 ounces.
Yep.
That's a good chunky. 18 times. 18 times. He had to remelt that. That was wild.
That's what it looked like on the pour, wasn't it? After the pour.
That was
an
incredible amount of work.
And you won't get this in shops as a one-off pour as well. Really pleased with that.
That's a fat jack.
And that's after clean up. Oh, do you remember I told you about I made a spaceship for my boy?
Yeah.
There you go.
Whoa. Hold on. I got to make that big again, too. Let's see that.
Oh, that's when he's little. Try and get it bigger. I had little cases going around. You see there's little cases at the bottom, just about there. They had little tools in it, so when you get out, you can pretend to fix it. And the only thing that I fit in was a Star Wars Cylon costume. I know that the first troops. $17 now. And there's my drawing of him there. It's my buddy. He's the one who passed away a couple of months ago. That's my boy. And that's old Pete, Mr. T, I used to call him, because that's all he drank was tea. And then my Mad Rob, Mr. LFC, Liverpool Football Club. He's all right. It is, isn't it? That's what happens in life, unfortunately.
Okay, that's Coin World UK's channel link right there.
My channel, Coin World UK, doing stamps and other stuff as well right now. not just coins, it's other things. My primary goal is obviously coins, and
It's our old friend Austrian Stacker's at her again.
yeah, football cards, chocolate, and coins. Well, Zoe does the chocolate. Zoe doesn't get views; she gets calories. So if you watch her channel, gain weight.
I have.
I can't believe it. She put another sweet on the other day, and she got another 32,000 views. How?
I'm telling you, in all honesty,
Doing so wrong, yeah.
I am going to get myself a dozen beautiful bikini-cladded girls so that they can hold up, so it looks like they're holding a coin, both front and back.
Yeah.
And every time I do a lesson on coins, I'm going to superimpose the coin in their hand so it looks like they're holding it.
He says the ands, but it's not going to be the ands.
I don't want to bury myself here.
It's like it's code. It's code, guys. It's code.
You know what would happen if I did that?
I don't get to eat it, my friend. Honestly, I do sometimes, not all the time. I don't always get to eat it.
It says you do it any time if I did it. Look at that. Look.
What?
If I used models to show off my coins.
Can you imagine him walking into his home and going, "Hey, babe, it's all right. I just brought these two models back to help me do my coins."
It'd be hard to explain. Yes.
Especially when he comes back from Vegas.
There is nothing like what 3 ounces of Lycra on the right body can do for a channel, and there's nothing like putting the wrong body in spandex.
That's so true.
I mean, I could do it, but you don't want to see this body in a Speedo.
Oh, yes, we do.
No, you don't.
That will go viral. I guarantee it. It'll go viral. Right? I'll make so many memes up, it'd be unbelievable.
Oh, that would be just foul. So, do we have any more for the pay it forward wheel here, guys? I'm going to have to.
Instead, I thought you were hiring an intern. Oh man, it's so funny. Yeah, they could learn a lot of. That's actually a good point. If anybody wants to be an intern for Skipper with spandex, apply within. But I bet he's got a phone call now. I bet you.
Sorry, that was nightfall.
It wasn't mine.
It's daytime now.
Well, it was. He just had a call from the spandex company for advertising. Homestead says, I thought you were hiring an intern. And I said, apply within.
Oh, no. That's too much. So who do we got on the wheel?
We just got EAC.
Get out of here.
EAC's in
EAC
on
put
the,
up a Timex watch.
yeah.
Come on, someone's got to have a dime or a stamp or a card, something.
She just got in there just in time.
Because I'm gonna give you guys in 1 minute. I'm putting the 30-second counter on, and we're gonna see.
I'll tell you what you can do. Rather than putting the counter on, why didn't you ask the 10 questions again? And after 10 questions,
You want me to ask 10 questions?
Yeah.
Oh, it catches me off guard.
on guard, touche. Boston's Dale, I think that I still have the book. Tanifer did not send me his address. He's on Instagram if you want to catch him on there. If not, probably wait till tomorrow. He might be on tomorrow or Wednesday. But I know he's working a lot, so but he's definitely on Instagram anyway. And I don't know if you've added him on Instagram. I have no idea, but oh, okay. Then don't worry about it. I'm just don't worry about it. Just keep hold of it, my friend. Yeah, it was. I mean, there's only so much things you can do. So, I don't give out information or show information off to anyone, unfortunately. Just redonate it. That's all I would say to do, because you given it's month to month. So some channels do a week, some channels do a few hours. Yeah, he did. And some people, I don't know. I mean, if you're winning prizes, you need to get any attractive female can send photos to on the screen. I'm with you there, Batloop. We got to get this thing rolling.
Yeah, well, I've got some tough questions for you. Tough.
Okay.
Not
Right,
like those easy ones about geography and history. When were the first coins used?
The first coins used?
Yes, when?
What, in what, ancient coins?
Ancient coins.
That would be going back Greece.
You're pretty close. You're in the right area.
Because there were Sanskrit coins, so they would be, we'll say, Turkey, Greece, Egypt.
Do you know typically in the Asia Minor area, 600, 700 BC, but actually you could actually attribute far further back in China.
All right, okay.
Like several hundred years earlier. So I see that Homestead Aquarius with boom, bang on.
China.
China.
2,600 years ago. Wow. But yeah, I forgot about the Chinese. Too much European for me. That's my problem. I forget about the Asia, Oriental one.
When were the first U.S. coins used?
Oh wow, that's going to be with this. What you're on about century? I would say 15th century.
Key word that I used was, when were the first U.S. United States coins used?
Oh right, okay. 1776. No, 1612.
Beltloop seems to think it's in the 1780.
No, it's the 17th century. When was Jamestown formed? Virginia.
Jamestown wasn't United States though.
Oh no, that was part.
You got to be careful here, because you start going back further. Remember, Great Britain did not like sending silver to the colonies.
No.
Right. So what silver did they use? They used Spanish reals. They used anything that wasn't British. They had lots of coppers and stuff from Britain.
I would still say probably 1200s. I should imagine then.
1200s. It wasn't the United States in 1200.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm about Spanish. So
Austrian stacker, you are really doing well. Yes, the U.S. Mint actually opened up in 1793. Prior to that, again, like I mentioned, they used a lot of the British coinage, not the silver, and they used wampum was quite popular that were used, and they used pelts for trading and stuff, but they did not. Beltloop says, "Sorry, I cheated."
I don't know why. I mean, I'm just looking back historical. That's my thing. You kept saying US.
Okay, how old is coin collecting? The hobby of coin collecting. How old is it?
I would say since Charles II. So that would be 16th century.
Well, I'm seeing some stuff. She says 2000, millions of years old. Beltloop's really good there.
Actually, actually, it was Adrian, wasn't it? So that's going to be.
Do you know the earliest known coin collector was the Emperor Augustus?
Augustus.
Yeah, I mean, it did become very popular during the Middle Ages, but they can look at the actual hobby of coin collecting and be dated to Augustus the Emperor.
Yeah, I got the wrong emperor.
And of course, it was really the United States, actually, the folks there that actually got into the coin collecting later on. And there were enough active collectors by 1858 where they started forming numismatic societies, coin clubs, and whatnot.
All right, okay. That's actually interesting.
Why is coin collecting so popular?
I think it's probably historic value, numismatic value. Why? That's a bit of a vague question. Why is
Beltloop's relying on Google. Google's not always perfect.
Why is coin collection so popular? For investment, maybe?
I think you're skirting it, because you and I are firm believers in this. It's a coin is a tangible piece of history that you're going to hold in your hand, and it transcends ages. Whether you be a youngster or an old fart, there's things that you could do together. And if you can get past just throwing them into a jar and actually start doing the research and sorting them out and doing and really getting into the hobby, it becomes such an addiction. And it's a pleasant addiction, because let's face it, we're the one hobby where you can be flat broke but still have money, which is kind of a funny thing to say, but it's true. Your coins typically will outlive you. I mean, that's just a fact. It's something that you can pass on. EAC says, yeah, coins are universal. Homestead Aquarius is because of the allure of treasure, and you can build over a lifetime. Yeah, they always said it was the hobby of kings, and yeah, to a degree, when you get into the better grades and the more rare coins, it can be. But it's a hobby that can be. I started off with
kings. Or the hobby of kings.
I mean, okay, I'm curious. How did you, if you're into coin collecting, how did you get started?
Me personally, I used to play with coins and try and put the dates together to try and make a date run.
I didn't start until I turned 65. After I was 60. So yeah, and I imagine you started years ago.
7 years old.
7 years old. So look at the huge difference when I start. Why did I start? A friend of mine came over to the house with a 16-pound box of coins and said, "Hey, I inherited these from my mother. Can you help sort them out? And you can have all the duplicates." I spent well over a week sorting them out, and I ended up with such a talk about priming the pump in the hobby. I had enough to start my collection, and I delved into it. And that was hooked.
It is fun. I mean, it was a bit more challenging when you were younger, when there was no internet. It was hardly any books, and it was just by your grandparents explaining what the coins were. Swan Queen, I'm yet to reply to you, Swan Queen. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I will email you tomorrow. And I appreciate what you're doing. Thank you so much. And I must admit, now we're always learning, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're always learning. No matter how long you've been going, there's always something that will trip you up. Now, I had to go to my good friend Austrian Stacker because I was stuck on a coin. And I knew on the websites that I was looking at had the wrong flag. And I kind of knew what the flag was, but I didn't know the Pacific flag. So I got in touch with Austrian Stacker and he helped me. And that is what I love about this community. It doesn't matter how long you've been going. It doesn't matter what you have. You know, people could be experts in one thing, but weak in another. Now I collect all sorts of stuff from over the world. And I'm glad that YouTube's come along because I met incredible people over the world. So I have to say a personal thank you to Austrian Stacker for actually sending me the correct flag for my videos. I like to be as accurate as I possibly can. And so thank you, brother. And I have put his link into my video for the help. And that's what I love. If I get stuck and I can't answer it, I'll point them to the best people I know, which is you guys, if I can't find out the information myself, because there's no point guessing and making it wrong. It's better to ask. And that's what we're here for.
It's amazing how through this community you can meet up with people who can help enhance your collection and answer questions that need to be answered.
So, and that's what it's all about. It doesn't matter what hobby you're in. There's no room for people going, oh, I know that, I know this, I know that, I know this, I know that. And then when you find out the information is wrong, it just feels like, you don't want to trust that person again. But I've had that a few times because I've been stuck and I want to get the, right for it's because my YouTube channel is not just about videos, it's about a database. So people can go and look at a certain coin. If I've uploaded it, of course, I've uploaded over 1,600 videos. There's 16, I can't remember how many videos I've done now. I know everything, just saying. But it was great to turn to Austrian Stacker and go, what flag was this date on 1816? And he sent me the information, and that was absolutely fantastic. And it's always nice to put that person in the video who's helped you as well, to give them some recognition that it's not just all me, it's all you guys. And so I just want to put that out there, that's all. So thank you, Austrian Stacker, for that. And Dale, you'll do so much to the community. We all do so much to the community. We all help each other out, give out vital pieces of information. I caught up with your videos, by the way. I finally caught up with his videos.
He's got some great videos. Oh my goodness!
Really, really important information as well.
Yeah. Swan Queen, we'll do the best we can, and if we don't know, we'll find out who does.
We'll just ask Austrian Stack. He knows everything. He's just saying.
And if he doesn't, he'll fake it till he makes it.
But no, we try our best to help each other.
Yeah.
I remember coin collecting or any type of collecting is not a race. It's supposed to be fun and enjoyment. Nobody's got the best collection. Nobody's got the biggest collection. It doesn't matter whether you've got a small collection and very interesting coins, or a massive, huge collection with less interesting coins. It's a race I want to win. But I think he'd be quite proud of what I done yesterday. On Saturday, because it's an 1816 Austrian coin, and I knew it wasn't the right flag. I knew it was a completely different flag, but I want to make sure I got the crest right. That's all. And he sent it me. He went, "Yep." I thought, "Oh man, so cool." I'm not a stacker. I'm a collector. I stack collectibles.
Beltloop says it is a race, and I want to win. Yeah, okay, good luck.
So I'm proud of my grandfather. Went to instead of wearing this is the kind that, and this is kind I would never give away. Wow.
Yeah, as far as American coins, you guys want to know a guy that's really smart with American coinage is Sandman Coins and Collectibles. That gentleman has got, his name's Jason. He has got such a huge knowledge on coins. He lives, eats, and breathes, especially U.S. currency, but he does it all.
Yeah.
And his collection would knock your socks off. But he takes every collector as a peer, and if you need help or he has any questions, he will help you.
And the good thing about Jason, you don't feel like he's putting you down when he's telling you either.
He's actually the scout commissioner for teaching coin collecting in the U.S. in Florida.
And I used to write my own books out. When I used to find the information, I used to write it out when I was a kid, and I've done that all the time. So when I find my coins and I find the information out, I will write out my like in my book, and I have all the information there, so I can look back and see what I've done, basically. Especially my British ones, my old British ones, well, pre-decimal ones, I should say. I found some amazing gems in world coins. I mean, really rare. Some you think, wow, this must be billions of these made, and you realise there's only like 30,000 of them made. 100 odd years ago, and it's surprising how well they've kept as well. It is, he's got an amazing. You ought to see his gold stack when he exchanged that for that silver. He opened up his case, and it was like opening up a treasure chest of gold. It was thick gold, wasn't it? Gold, everything.
Very cool. Yeah, speaking of stacking, yeah, I stack. Many of us do, but stacking for me is separate from my numismatic endeavors. That's for rainy day, emergency purposes only. And I would suggest anybody that's in a coin collecting, don't go ahead and do some stacking. That's a great thing to have, a little nest egg.
Now I do. When you say, I know you collect silver rounds and you collect, obviously, ounces, half ounces, whatever you may collect, or stack, gold, platinum, palladium, whatever. Now my silver is two types. I buy silver that I like, and that is obviously pure silver. That doesn't matter what it is. Like, for example, you may collect maple leaves, or I can say Austrian Stacker collects all sorts of stuff, but his main thing would be like the Maria Teresa Italia or whatever.
Right.
I'm just putting out there. It's not, maybe, not now, but I'm just putting it out there. Mine, if I see a silver round and I like it, I buy it. Because I may be overpaying for it, but it's something I like.
Okay, yeah. I have to jump in here because I know where you're going with this.
I've just got one more thing.
That's not stacking, though. When you
No.
like it.
Yeah, but what I do like stacking, in a way, but it's also numismatics, is world silver, and they're silver, small silver, like Austrian silver, Swedish silver, as coins. And I got tubes of them, and not many, but I get, because it's still silver, but when I do my American coins, my British coins, and Canadian coins, and they've got silver, and that's a different collection. That is my country coins. But my A to Z world coins, I only keep them as A to Z, but all the silver of those other countries go into my little pots. They're all just mixed. They could be 90% silver, 40% silver, 835 silver, because they still got age to them. They still got numismatic value to them. So the silver content is going to be minuscule. But,
and you know what? Any time that I do the same thing that you are, if it's something that has got a nice artwork on it, I don't count that as a stack. I even though it is stackable coin, I keep that separate. Very much like what you're doing. But when you really stack, you're trying to buy the silver for the lowest price. In the hopes that eventually, if it goes up in price, and then you can sell it. And you make a profit.
But I mean, I have bought silver that is undervalued before, but some of the silver I've got is now gained in like triple value and what I bought it for. So I bought a certain coin, which is it was 150 quid when I bought it. It was originally 300, but now it's worth nearly 400 pounds, 500 pounds in value, because I was invited to buy something. So if I'd have bought, you could only buy a couple because you invited. But what the Royal Mint did, they brought out more, and now you got a certificate with it to say this is the original one, not the reproduction one. So I have got the original one from 2014, not the 2018 coin. So even though it says 2014 on the coin, it was actually reproduced in 2018 because it's a, and the loads of numismatic collectors and companies went mad at the Royal Mint and said, why have you rebought them out? Because that means people's going to sell the reproduction ones with the original ones and blow the price out of proportion. And bloody flies. Well,
anyway, Dale, I have to interject here because I'm going to have to get going pretty quick.
yes.
So
Grey Roof Outdoors Homestead. But yeah, I mean, I envy what you guys do when it comes to stacking, because it's done for a purpose. And you know, and I think I love watching you guys collect and see how much you've got and how much you stack. And I find it enjoyable, to be honest, because you've got a goal. You know, you got your own personal goal, and as you said, like you had a terrible Christmas last year, to be fair. And luckily your stack came in handy.
Oh my goodness, I guess. If I didn't have that, I don't know what I do. I mean, we're talking minus 45, minus 50, and I had no furnace. And being a retiree, I'm on pension, so I live paycheck to paycheck pretty well, with a little bit of savings, but not enough to replace a furnace, or on top of that, replace a hot water tank. So that hit one after the other. Well, guess what? My wife looked at me. She's going, "Oh my Lord, what are we going to do? We got no money in the bank for this." I said, "Don't worry, it's taken care of." And I just sold my silver, and I paid cash, and it was fixed. And that's what it was for.
It's heartbreaking when it goes, but it's also a relief when you've got something. It doesn't come out of hard cash.
It's starting to build again.
Yeah. But I mean, I love the advice you give. You know, buy so much each month. Don't overspend. You know, be careful. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. But always search. Always do some searching. And I know you guys put it in certain pots or whatever. But you know, you may go, I may be collecting maple leaves this month, the next 4 months, but maple leaves have gone up, so you collect something else or stack something. I know I say the word collect openly, but then you stack something else in a different pot, and you'll keep an eye on what you're buying and what you're selling, and you say, right, Britannias are this X amount a month, so I'm going to stack 10 of those this next few months, and we got some AS now. Britannias have gone up, but maple leaves have gone down, so you go back to maple leaves again.
Yeah, that's a good one. Even the most greedy pirate must get into his chest from time to time. That's true.
That's true.
And it's funny, when I sold all that silver off, the only ones I didn't sell were my Britannias. No, I'm not selling those. I want those.
But you ought to see the way he does is, though, because he uses the silver as plates. Like
trays. Yeah, they're in trays, and I make it as a deck. For my displays.
So it's got two purposes.
It's coming along. So anyway, I have to force the issue, guys. Anybody else wants to do the pay it forward wheel? This is the time to do it. Put one in the chat and what you want to donate, and I'm going to give you I'm going to put on the 30-second counter here.
Yep.
and
That's
decide
cool.
what. It doesn't have to be a lot. It can be a dime, a nickel, something you want to give, a stamp, whatever.
And there he goes. He's going to put it on. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
I am. All righty.
Last month dime bag was Ogia coins.
Yeah.
Alexander Smith's in the house, so it looks like it's just going to be EAC.
EAC.
So EAC's in
Doesn't
Treasure
have to worry.
Trove. First one on.
Too easy.
Remember, there's two places now. Now we're getting used to it. We can put two. So if you want to donate two things, it will be two goes, obviously. So I don't know Ogia's coins address, unfortunately, and you're going to have to say this. We don't keep addresses or give out information from winners.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not in tonight, so he may be in tomorrow. And Ogia Coins will leave his email. You can always go back to check last Thursday's live stream for his email address. I think it's more or less at the end. It's going to be at the end of the stream, more or less. I think. And he put his address there, his email address there. So, yeah, I don't give out information or personal information. So it's down to the winners for their responsibility to make sure that they've got people. So keep a record for yourself, what people donate and who's in the wheel yourself. That's probably a better idea as well. And that rather than relying on me, because I may not be here, whatever happens, so who's on the winner on the wheel. I think that's probably going to be the
I'll try to get a hold of Vulgar Coins there, Darren, and he can
be around somewhere.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, I have got to call her quits for this live feed today. I'm off to
play poker.
Play my poker for tonight. That's why I'm a little bit off as far as the timing goes. But you know what? I haven't done this in so long. I can't wait. So I want to thank everybody for coming out. My goodness, we've had so many people. Of course, my good old buddy Dale from Coin World UK and Dimebag Darren was there, and Alexander Smith sneaking in the house at the last minute. We got Grey Wolf Outdoors, Belt Loop 29 was in, Austrian Stacker.
Neil and White Mojo Wolf. We've had Austrian Stacker, Swan Queen. Email Swan Queen tomorrow. I will post out your gifts tomorrow. Your silver and your bits tomorrow, and send you a picture, Skipper. And thank you for having me, Skipper. And everybody have a safe day, and I'll see you probably tomorrow, hopefully. 9 p.m. GMT.
Channel.
And so that'll be Tuesday tomorrow, isn't it? It's just Coin Chat tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good one. Be safe. Thank you for coming out, and I'll see you all in the next one.